Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. And on the Bitcoin charts today, we are going to be looking at all of our time frames to see what may be the outcome of the recent consolidation point. Are we expecting something else to occur? Are we going to move to the downside, to the upside? Is this just a brief consolidation before another big swing? Well, as we start to dive into the charts, we will decide on that. If y'all are brand new to this channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that we all can be updated every single video that I make on every single day here on the Crypto Takeover channel. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are on our 15-minute chart right now, and if this is your first time tuning in, we use the market Cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel. So I'll go ahead and briefly go over the charts for y'all today. We can see on our 15-minute, we are using the VWAP here on our SR. We can tell that during our candle body close that we had, we were really fighting with the VWAP here. Then all of a sudden we dropped down below VWAP. It looks like we're going to retest the VWAP again here pretty soon to see if the bears want to stay in control of the day, or if the bulls end up taking this back to the upside and finding support on top of the VWAP. Right now it does look like it will act as resistance. Let's go back to that 15-minute. We can see that we kind of trended into this green money flow, but now we're starting to trend to the downside, putting in a double snake eye here. But our money flow is still trending to the downside, so that might be an indication of a little bit more pressure and a little bit more resistance that we may find ourselves trying to move up a little bit more. And so here, same thing on our 30-minute time frame. We can see the same thing happening. VWAP is also acting as resistance. It did look like our money flow wanted to move into that green section, but still just a nice consolidation out to the side here to indicate that it's going to be very hard for our money flow or money to be moving into this market instead of out of it. So 45-minute time frame, for the most part, looking like the same thing, still trending below our 13 and 21 EMA. All the EMAs are still relatively on moving to the downside as well. We can see our money flow consolidating out to the side here, indicating that it is going to be kind of hard, maybe putting in a green dot here on our 45-minute. So some more brief consolidation. We can see that on our 1 hour as well, we are starting to move a little bit more to that downwards angle. On our money flow, it looked like we wanted to consolidate out just a tad bit, or that we were going to start moving to the upside. We had a little bit of a curvature back down to the bottom on our money flow too, so that's going to be an indication that it's going to be a little bit harder for us to for the bulls to at least take control of the day, seize the day. We've been killing this on my Patreon group, my private signals group as well. If y'all aren't a private signals member, y'all can click the second link in the description box below and feel free to sign up for the private signals group on the Patreon page as well. As we move into our 2 hour, you can see that even on our 2 hour, it did look like we wanted to start trending up above our 13 and our 21 EMA, but currently still getting even rejected on our 2 hour here. Money flow still nicely in the red. We're getting a red dot on our 2 hour as well, sending us back to the downside. So didn't quite end up as enough momentum to signal a yellow X or a blood diamond for us, but I would expect maybe seeing something like that within the future. And then let's go into our 4 hour real quick. 4 hours still trending below our 13, our 100, or 13 and our 21 EMA as well. And also we can see that our money flow is still heavily in the red here, giving us a couple of big green dots, but still feeling the pressure from these higher time frames, as they are still pretty bearish. 5 hour, 10 hour, 20 hour, 30 hour, 40 hour, 50 hour, 60 hour, 70 hour, 80 hour, 90 hour, 100 hour, 200 hour, 300 hour, 400 hour, 500 hour, 600 hour, 700 hour, 800 hour, 900 hour, 1000 hour, 2000 hour, 3000 hour, 4000 hour, 5000 hour, 6000 hour, 7000 hour, 8000 hour, 9000 hour, 10000 hour, 20000 hour, 30000 hour, 40000 hour, 50000 hour, 60000 hour, 70000 hour, 80000 hour, 90000 hour, 10000 hour, 20000 hour, 30000 hour, 40000 hour, 50000 hour, 60000 hour, 70000 hour, 8000 hour, 9000 hour, 10000 hour, 20000 hour, 30000 hour, 40000 hour, 50000 hour, 6 So if y'all haven't signed up for the newsletter yet, I'd highly recommend getting signed up for the newsletter. I send out a newsletter probably every other week or something like that. I've been kind of slacking on it here recently just because we've had a lot of price action happening. So the best way to keep up to date with me is to just be subscribed to the channel, or at least be signed or be a part of the Telegram group. Or the Patreon members group as well. So y'all can become a part of the Patreon if y'all like, to get my post inside of Patreon, which will allow you to see my trading strategies that I use to scalp, and also some altcoin charts, some private altcoin charts that I do for my Patreons as well. You can message me if you are a Patreon, and I will do a altcoin chart review for you, and make sure that I can send out a private video to the Patreon page. And then if you become a private Signals member, I give you access to the private channel on Discord. So there's a private section on the Discord server itself, but feel free to just join the Discord server if you'd like. We can chat it up in there. You can message me on Discord, and we can talk about different things too if you're interested in becoming a VIP member. I do use the TradingView Pro Plus plan. I've here recently been considering upgrading to the premium plan just because I would like to see what the second charts look like. I know CryptoFace has been using the second charts, and I find that pretty intriguing. So I will be the first one to let y'all know how that goes. If y'all do want to upgrade your plan, I use the Pro Plus plan right now. If you're using Market Cipher, I recommend that you get at least the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have up to 5 indicators on screen, which is a good confluence with having the whales buy sell signal, as you can see here, and then also having the Aldo EMAs up at the same time too. And those are special indicators that I custom made, or that other people had custom made and that I use as well. I show y'all how to set those up in the Patreon posts. So if y'all are interested in how I get my custom whales buy sell indicator set up, and also the Aldo EMAs, y'all can become a Patreon member and find those private videos in there as well. And then as we move into our 6 hour, we can see our 6 hour giving us some big green dots, but also this red money flow is still holding us down quite a bit as of right now. So we will have to wait to see what is going to happen there. And then moving into our 8 hour, EMAs are just out of sight as of right now. Money flow is still heavily trending into the red here. So what I'm looking for is all of our money flow on our lower time frames to line up to the downside. And I think we're going to get probably a big move here in the next day or two. I've already told my Patreon group what to do. They are ready at the ready. They are ready for the next move. We are manning our stations as we speak, and we are ready to go. So with that being said, I hope you are too. We can see here on our 12 hour, we're still getting a little bit of consolidation. We just had a big green dot put in as well. Let's go back. I just want to see on our 8 hour, we're still having a little bit of pullback, but money flow is still just now moving into that reddish area too, indicating some sell-off is ready to occur. I'm trying to figure out last time we had this money flow move into the red. We had a nice little spike here, to be honest, but I don't think our higher time frames quite lined up with us well there either back here on August 9th. So we'll have to take a look at that and see what's going to happen with that big move there. I'm going to turn off Cipher SR for us really quick. And then as we get into our 21 hour, we can see also just moving into the red here. We do have some buy signals being triggered. But you know, we had buy signals here and us still trending nicely into that money flow to send us to the downside as well. I just wanted to kind of look back here. We still had a nice little pump even though we were in the red money flow as well. So we just need to be ready at the ready for pretty much anything. We can go back to our daily here. Daily still has a sell signal on it. No sign of reversal on our money flow just yet. Maybe a big green dot that's being ready to being put in. So yeah, we were still pretty nicely in the green money flow here after this pump as well, and then we finally had that capitulation move with the red money flow just turning red there too. So we need to be at the ready for pretty much anything. My group is pretty much ready for about whatever, so we can nail this next move and be sure that we are okay. You can see that our 3-day money flow is still heavily in the red. No sign of a reversal just yet with the big green dot or anything. So we can see last time we had that pump, we were still heavily into the green too. This time, all of our higher time frames are telling us that we're still in the red. We just need to be very careful about what's going to happen here. I do want to start to move into our regular body candles just to see what is being shown to us on our regular body candles. We have a nice little green doji candle that's kind of forming here, maybe indicating we could have some consolidation here or try to make a reversal move. Even moving into our 5-day, things are still looking, for the most part, really bearish. I'm going to go back to Heikinashi really quick. Breaking major trend line support for us. I'll have to redraw these trend lines out because this is just something that is just wild to think about. And I also have a few price targets down here based on our 2-week EMAs for some potential targets too. So our 5-day looking like we still want to make a big move to the downside here. Our 5-day here, a big move to the downside happened once we crossed underneath that 0 pivot point. And then last time our money flow was moving into the red with the anchor wave also moving down. We had some major sell-offs happen as well. Nice consolidation here, which is something that could possibly happen until our next capitulation. We're also looking for the 5-day EMAs to cross to the downside as well. So that's another thing we need to just keep an eye on. And then as we move into our 6-day, we haven't touched our smooth moving average like that before and actually broke through it in a long time since our last bear market. So this bear market could end up lasting quite a bit longer than expected, but it'll be a great opportunity for us to play it up and down and be able to make those profits and those gains pretty easily. So if you aren't a VIP member, we are going to be trading this like a hawk. We're going to be keeping our eye on the markets. So I want to thank y'all for joining me again. Let's go ahead and step through this really quick. If y'all don't have any cold storage, I'd recommend you at least getting cold storage for trading purposes and for hodling purposes. But you can go to Ledger and get a Ledger Nano X or S. I have both of them right now. Ledger is giving you a free Ledger Nano S when you buy a Ledger Nano X if you use the link in the description box below. So please help support the channel and check those links out down below. We use Bybit on my channel. You're welcome to also use Bybit to leverage trade if you like. This exchange also has a testnet that you can use, so I highly recommend using the testnet. Feel free to use that first before you actually decide to leverage trade. It's just highly recommended to make sure that you have your algorithm down and that you're a profitable trader. And then if you use that link in the description box, you'll help support the channel as well. But get signed up, ask chat how to access the testnet. It's like a 2-step process. They'll step you through it pretty quickly. You can also use Prime XBT if you are a USA citizen to leverage trade. The S&P 500, gold and silver, different commodities, fiat currencies as well, all using Bitcoin. So check that out. I use the Brave browser to browse the web. I get paid out in BAT token every month, as you can see. I've been steadily accumulating BAT token using this Brave browser, which I can actually just take to an exchange and sell it. I don't really, I could have sold it if I wanted to, but I honestly just wasn't really worried about it anyways. I wouldn't have named this channel Crypto Takeover if I honestly didn't believe in crypto. So I think that this is just part of growing pains that crypto and the world economy is going to have to go through for crypto to actually take over, to be honest. So these are the growing pains that we're going to have to suffer through for the economy and humanity to figure out a different option than our cash option, and then maybe transfer to a cashless society such as crypto. So not too concerned about it. I do have a hodl stash just like everyone else should, and if they are trading using proper risk management to become to do well in this market for the overall trend, right? So feel free to check out the Brave browser. You can check the link in the description box to download the Brave browser. It's a super cool browser to use. And then CryptoTab browser it's a nice browser too, but I don't really browse the web on it. I use it because it allows you to mine Bitcoin straight from your web browser. So if you download this browser, you can mine Bitcoin from it. I have it running on 2 different laptops that you can use. If this will load up for us, so you can run it on 2 different laptops. It mines Bitcoin for you as a background process, and then you can also use it on your old phones or old tablets that you don't have any use for anymore. And it's just an easy way to earn some passive income. And then also you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to reach out to me on those platforms. I usually respond back to people the fastest on Discord, so that's my main platform that I use. If y'all want to message me and reach out to me and ask any questions y'all like to, I'd be happy to answer, and I'm there for y'all too. So let's go into our weekly time frame. We can still see our 1 week sell signal with our huge, massive dump here. This would have been an awesome signal for anyone really. And to be honest, I updated the Telegram group with this sell signal on the weekly time frame before this dump happened, and I said March is going to be an interesting time for us. And literally, I think a couple of days after that, we had this massive sell-off. And hopefully, if anyone played it, off of that signal that I gave them in the free Telegram group, then hey, they did pretty well. So yeah, and y'all can also check out the profit logs in the Discord group too to see that we have been doing really well during this downtrend, and that we are steadily manning our stations there and doing our due diligence in this downward market. We have our 2-week blood diamond here as well. I don't know if we've ever had a blood diamond up here. But this is also some interesting times to see ourselves in too. Blood diamond did appear back here, that's right. And this was right before our bull run too. So honestly, I don't feel that that's going to be the same case here, that we start a bull run right after this. We did have the blood diamond that appeared here. But we did consolidate out just a tad bit here. And then we kind of did some choppiness back and forth. It kind of looks like the same thing, no doubt, but the sell pressure of this candle and the way it's closing is, man, it's just, And to be honest, I just don't know. I do want to go back to maybe our, let's go back to maybe our 6-day, or let's go back to our 5-day. And just see back here our last time we were in this bear market. So we went back to our 5-day, and we can see that our money flow was actually just now, it was still heavily in the red. What we can see here is on our 5 days that we're just now moving into the red, versus here we had our consolidation in the red for a while, and we got that 2-week blood diamond. So I think this is a little bit different of a play for right now, just because our time frames are not really matched up with that last time we had that blood diamond on the 2-week. And we can also see back here we were still heavily in the red, and as of right now we're just now trending into the red on some of these lower time frames. So yeah, I don't know how I really feel about that. Let's take a look at our 21-day, which is equivalent to our 3-week pattern as well. We can see on our 21-day we also have a blood diamond, and we haven't ever really had a blood diamond on our 21-day at all during cryptocurrency or during Bitcoin's making, basically. But we can see we have that blood diamond here, and that our money flow is still trending off to the downside. We could have a little bit more capitulation happen here on our 21-day as well, going on into April. So should be very interesting times, to say the least. Let's go back to our 2-week. Okay, we can see that. And then if we go into our monthly time frame, I think we had a blood diamond also on our regular candle monthly time frame. Yeah, so regular candle monthly time frame also has a blood diamond on it as well. Next point of consolidation would be our 100 EMA, maybe a support at about 2,700. So I'm just going by what the charts are saying. So there's no need to be in up in air about my channel, or saying that I don't believe in crypto. If I didn't believe in crypto, obviously I wouldn't have named my channel Crypto Takeover. So I do have strong belief in it. I think that these are just growing pains that we have to go through, and we need to just be at the ready for pretty much anything. So with that being said, y'all, join me in VIP, join me on the Patreon page. I'll see y'all then. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Y'all have a fun, safe rest of your weekend, and I'll get back with y'all again tomorrow. CTO signing out.